What if the vegetables you've always trusted aren't as friendly as they seem? For generations, we've been told that eating our vegetables is the key to staying healthy. It's been a simple, comforting truth passed down through families and echoed by doctors and dietitians alike. But as we grow older, our bodies change. What once nourished us may not work quite the same way anymore. Our digestion slows down, our nutritional needs shift, and some foods we've always considered healthy may start to cause problems. In this thoughtful video, we'll take a closer look at 8 common vegetables that might not be the best choice for older adults. We'll go over why these foods can become difficult for aging bodies, what the science says, and most importantly, we'll offer sensible alternatives that are still good for you. If you're curious to learn more, simply type "Yes, I am" in the comments below. Feel free to ask questions, I'm here to help. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to stay informed. Now, let's get started. Spinach, a nutrient giant with a hidden side. Spinach has long been praised as one of the healthiest foods around. It's earned its place in everything from cartoons and commercials to diet books and magazine covers. It's often shown as a miracle food, especially thanks to that old cartoon Sailor Popeye, who got instant strength from a can of spinach. This leafy green is loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And modern science confirms what tradition has long suggested: spinach offers powerful nutrients like iron, calcium, magnesium, and vitamins A, C, and K. It helps fight harmful oxidative stress and supports the immune system. Its reputation is so strong that many people eat it daily without thinking twice. But here's where we need to slow down and take a more careful look, especially if you're over 60. While spinach is undeniably healthy in many ways, it also contains a natural compound called oxalates. These are found in many plants, but spinach has one of the highest levels, especially when eaten raw. That's important, because oxalates have been clearly linked to kidney stone formation, particularly in older adults whose kidneys may already be under strain. More than a few senior health clinics have reported a pattern. Patients who regularly consumed large amounts of raw spinach were experiencing kidney discomfort and repeated kidney stones. In several cases, simply switching from raw spinach to cooked forms brought noticeable relief. Why? Cooking spinach reduces its oxalate levels and makes it gentler on the body. Dietitians often speak up about this. While they still recommend spinach for its benefits, they warn that raw spinach, in particular, isn't always the safest choice for older individuals. In fact, many experts believe that promoting raw spinach as a cure-all, without explaining these risks, is both careless and potentially harmful. And there's more. Spinach doesn't just pose kidney risks, it can also interfere with calcium absorption, even though it contains calcium itself. This can be a double-edged sword, especially for older adults trying to keep their bones strong or taking certain medications. So while spinach still deserves its place at the table, it's worth rethinking how we prepare it and how often we eat it raw. A few small changes can make a big difference in protecting your health as you age. A hidden roadblock to strong bones, calcium and medication concerns. Spinach might look like a perfect food on the surface, but there's more to the story, especially for those of us in our later years. One of the biggest hidden issues is that spinach contains natural compounds that can interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium, a mineral that's critical for bone strength. This can become a serious concern for older adults, particularly anyone at risk for osteoporosis or bone fractures. On top of that, spinach's high levels of vitamin K can interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. For people taking these kinds of medications, keeping vitamin K intake steady is absolutely essential. Even small changes can cause big swings in how well the medicine works, which may lead to dangerous complications. What the research tells us. Modern studies in nutritional biochemistry have shown that the oxalates in spinach can bind with calcium in the digestive system, making it harder for the body to absorb. That means eating raw spinach, without understanding its effects, might unintentionally contribute to bone loss rather than help prevent it. A strong word of caution. For those carefully managing medications or working to protect bone health, raw spinach can do more harm than good. It's time for the medical community and nutrition experts to be clearer about these risks so that older adults can make safer, smarter choices at mealtime. Simple ways to make spinach safer and more beneficial. The good news? You don't have to give up spinach altogether. With just a few thoughtful changes in the kitchen, you can still enjoy its benefits while reducing the risks. 1. Cook it right to cut the risk. Steaming or lightly sautéing spinach helps reduce its oxalate levels, making it safer for your kidneys and better for calcium absorption. Cooking also makes the nutrients easier for the body to digest, an added bonus for aging digestive systems. 2. Pair it with the right foods. To get the most out of your calcium, try combining cooked spinach with vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, such as salmon, eggs, or fortified dairy products. This pairing helps the body take in more calcium, something that's especially important as we age. 3. Get creative in the kitchen. Many older adults have had great results by making soups or smoothies with gently cooked spinach. These softer, flavorful options are easier to digest and gentler on the kidneys, while still giving you that green boost. 4. Consider the season and the source. Interestingly, the amount of oxalates in spinach can change with the seasons. Some farmers and nutritionists note that spinach grown in cooler months may have slightly lower oxalate levels. Choosing locally grown spinach and following proper cooking methods can add an extra layer of safety and freshness to your meals. Listening to our bodies and each other. There's real wisdom in listening to the stories of those who've walked the path ahead. Many seniors have shared how switching from raw to cooked spinach made a noticeable difference. They've reported less kidney discomfort, better digestion, and even increased energy levels. These personal accounts remind us how important it is to tailor our diets to our own health needs, especially in our later years. The ongoing conversation, experts weigh in. Among nutrition professionals, there's growing agreement. Spinach can still be a wonderful part of a healthy diet, but how you prepare it makes all the difference. While some still promote its raw form, more and more experts are pointing out the risks and calling for more nuanced guidance, especially for older adults. It's not enough to repeat the old advice. We need to bring in new science and real-world experience to help people make informed choices. Final thoughts: a green giant in need of respectful handling. Spinach remains a nutritional powerhouse, and it certainly has its place in a healthy diet. But for seniors, and for anyone with specific health concerns, raw spinach needs to be approached with care. The key is balance. By cooking spinach and pairing it with the right nutrients, you can enjoy all its benefits while protecting your health. In short, the solution isn't to give up spinach, it's to treat it with the care and understanding it deserves. Your body will thank you for it. Enjoying the riches without the risks. In our lifelong journey toward better health, it's important not to take any food at face value. Even the most celebrated vegetables deserve a closer look. While tradition and reputation have their place, we must also rely on modern science and shared experience. Together, they help us make smarter, safer choices, especially as our bodies grow older and more sensitive to what we eat. Let this be a gentle reminder: good health isn't about blindly following food fads or past wisdom. It's about informed, thoughtful decisions, balancing the best of what science and everyday experience can teach us. Comment: fueled by greens. If spinach gives your day its spark, let us know below. Sprouts, fresh and nutritious, but not without risk. Why sprouts are so popular? Sprouts have become a go-to ingredient for health-conscious eaters. They're packed with enzymes, vitamins, and a crisp texture that brightens up salads, sandwiches, and smoothie bowls. These tiny greens offer concentrated nutrition and a refreshing crunch that appeals to many, especially those looking for simple ways to eat more plants. The hidden dangers: bacterial contamination. But there's a serious downside that's especially relevant for older adults: bacteria. The very conditions that help sprouts grow, warmth and moisture, are also ideal for harmful germs like E. coli and Salmonella. For seniors, whose immune systems may not be as strong, even a minor case of food poisoning can lead to serious complications. Public health records have traced multiple outbreaks of foodborne illness to raw sprouts. And unfortunately, washing them is often not enough to remove these hidden threats. How to stay safe with sprouts. Experts strongly recommend that older adults either avoid raw sprouts entirely or make sure they are thoroughly cooked before eating. Cooking not only makes them safer but still allows you to enjoy their benefits. Many people have found that adding cooked sprouts to soups, stir-fries, or casseroles brings out their flavor while reducing digestive troubles. Safer alternatives. If you love that fresh, leafy texture, try microgreens or baby spinach instead. These greens tend to carry fewer bacterial risks and can often be eaten raw more safely, especially when purchased fresh and stored properly. Personal stories worth heeding. Some seniors have shared how a single experience with food poisoning led them to rethink how they include sprouts in their meals. Many now stick to pre-cooked sprout dishes and report fewer digestive problems and greater peace of mind. Comment, crisp and strong, if sprouts bring brightness to your plate, tell us how you prepare them. Corn, comforting and familiar, with a few cautions. The appeal of corn. Corn is a beloved staple in kitchens across the country. It's hearty, full of fiber, and rich in B vitamins and antioxidants that support healthy digestion. From sweet summer corn on the cob to warm cornbread in the winter, it's part of countless meals and memories. Tough on the digestive system. But corn has a tough outer shell made of cellulose, a plant fiber that's hard to break down. For seniors with more sensitive digestive systems, this can lead to bloating, gas, or discomfort after eating, even when it's cooked. This issue is especially common in people dealing with conditions like IBS or slow digestion. A word of caution for blood sugar management. Corn also ranks high as a starchy vegetable, meaning it can raise blood sugar quickly, especially in its processed forms. Foods like corn syrup, corn chips, or sweet corn muffins can cause sharp spikes in glucose levels, which is a concern for anyone managing diabetes or insulin resistance. Whole versus processed corn. It's important to distinguish between whole corn and processed corn products. While fresh or frozen corn provides fiber and nutrients, processed items are often stripped of these benefits and packed with sugar, salt, or fat. Seniors aiming to maintain healthy energy levels and stable blood sugar should aim to pair corn with non-starchy vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, or bell peppers. What the research and real people say. Studies show that moderate consumption of whole corn, when balanced with other whole foods, can be part of a healthy diet. The key is in the preparation. Steaming or grilling corn tends to have a lower impact on blood sugar compared to frying or eating it in sugary processed snacks. And many seniors have shared their own successes. Switching to whole grains or combining corn with fiber-rich foods has helped them avoid digestive upset and maintain better energy throughout the day. Comment, corn crunch power. If corn brings joy to your table, share your favorite way to enjoy it. A hearty bite that fuels your strength. Kale. Kale, a double-edged sword among superfoods. Kale's rise to prominence. Kale has enjoyed a meteoric rise in the world of healthy eating. Often called a superfood, it boasts a powerful mix of vitamins A, K, and C, along with fiber and antioxidants that help fight inflammation and support long-term vitality. For many, it's become a symbol of clean, strong living, often appearing in salads, smoothies, and health blogs. But for seniors, raw kale can be a mixed blessing. Despite its strengths, raw kale comes with some hidden risks, especially for aging bodies. Like spinach, kale is high in oxalates, compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation. It also contains goitrogens, substances that can interfere with iodine absorption. This is particularly concerning for older adults with thyroid conditions, as a poorly functioning thyroid can lead to fatigue, weight changes, and slow metabolism. The case for cooking kale. Cooking kale is a simple and effective way to make it safer and easier to digest. Steaming, sautéing, or lightly blanching the leaves helps reduce oxalate levels and neutralizes the goitrogens, while also making its nutrients more accessible to the body. These cooking methods allow seniors to still benefit from kale's rich nutrition without the unwanted side effects. Broader health impacts and real-world stories. Seniors with thyroid issues often report better energy levels and improved metabolic balance after switching from raw to cooked kale. Nutritional experts also note that older adults with kidney concerns tend to experience fewer symptoms when they moderate their kale intake and stick to cooked preparations. In fact, many traditional cuisines around the world, such as hearty stews and slow-cooked greens, have long embraced cooked kale as a nourishing staple, a practice that quietly affirms its health benefits when handled with care. Comment: Kale for a pal. If kale is your go-to green for strength, tell us how you prepare it. Asparagus, fresh and flavorful, but not without its flaws. Asparagus and its nutritional power. Asparagus is another vegetable with a strong nutritional profile. It's packed with vitamins A, C, E, and K, as well as folate and antioxidants. It's known for supporting immune health, aiding digestion, and offering a flavorful, slightly crisp texture that works well in a wide variety of dishes. The hidden challenge: purines and joint pain. However, asparagus is also high in purines, which are naturally occurring compounds that break down into uric acid in the body. For seniors with a history of gout or joint pain, this can be a problem. High levels of uric acid can lead to painful flare-ups, especially in the joints, making portion control particularly important. Diuretic effects and the need for hydration. Asparagus has mild diuretic properties, meaning it can increase urine output. While that may be helpful for reducing bloating or water retention, it can also lead to dehydration if not balanced with enough fluids, something older adults should be especially careful about. Dehydration has been linked to fatigue, confusion, and increased frailty in aging populations. Tips for safe and tasty enjoyment. The key is moderation and pairing. Seniors can enjoy asparagus safely by combining it with hydrating, low-purine foods like cucumbers, lettuce, or citrus fruits. Lightly steaming asparagus helps preserve its nutrients while potentially reducing its purine load. Personal experience and long-term perspective. Many seniors have found success by simply eating smaller servings of asparagus and drinking plenty of water alongside their meals. Those managing joint conditions often note a decrease in painful flare-ups after making these simple changes. Research confirms that moderate asparagus intake, as part of a balanced diet, can still offer real health benefits, even for those with sensitivities. Comment: Green greatness. Does asparagus add pep to your step? Share your favorite way to cook it. Mushrooms, flavorful delights with a cautionary tale. Versatile and nutritious. Mushrooms are beloved for their earthy flavor and meaty texture. They add depth to dishes like soups, sauces, stir-fries, and omelets, and bring along some solid nutritional benefits, too. Rich in B vitamins, selenium, and antioxidants, mushrooms can support brain health, energy metabolism, and even help fight inflammation. But be mindful, not all mushrooms are safe. One major concern, especially for older adults, is the risk of toxicity from certain types of mushrooms. While store-bought varieties like button, portobello, and shiitake are generally safe, wild mushrooms can be dangerous if not properly identified. Some toxic mushrooms closely resemble edible ones and can lead to serious illness or organ damage. As we age, our bodies may be less resilient in recovering from foodborne illness, so it's wise to be extra cautious. Mushrooms, earthy delights with a note of caution. When flavor meets function. Mushrooms bring a unique depth of flavor to everything from hearty stews to savory sauces. They're also packed with helpful nutrients like B vitamins, selenium, and antioxidants that support the immune system, metabolism, and overall wellness. For many, they're a simple way to make a healthy meal more satisfying and flavorful. But safety starts with smart choices. It's important to remember that not all mushrooms are created equal. Misidentifying mushrooms, particularly wild varieties, can lead to serious health risks, including liver damage and other toxic reactions. Even commonly sold store-bought mushrooms should be handled with care, as some contain compounds that may irritate the digestive system if eaten raw, like hydrazine derivatives. Interactions with medications and supplements. Mushroom-based supplements, especially those made from reishi, chaga, or lion's mane, have grown in popularity. However, these can interact with medications like blood thinners or blood pressure drugs. That's why it's essential for older adults to consult a healthcare provider before adding any mushroom supplement to their routine. How to enjoy mushrooms safely. Thorough cooking is key. Whether you saute, roast, or boil them, cooking helps neutralize potentially harmful compounds and makes mushrooms easier to digest. Many seniors who previously experienced bloating or stomach upset have reported improved tolerance and comfort after making the switch from raw to cooked mushrooms. Bringing flavor and safety together. Incorporating mushrooms into soups, casseroles, or slow-cooked dishes is a delicious and safer way to enjoy their benefits. Research shows that cooked mushrooms not only reduce health risks but may also improve how well the body absorbs their nutrients. Comment, Mushroom Magic, if fungi add flavor and flair to your meals, we'd love to hear your favorite recipe. Potatoes, the world's comfort food with hidden complexities. A beloved staple across generations. From mashed to baked, fried to roasted, potatoes are comfort food at its finest. They're a familiar presence in kitchens everywhere, beloved for their texture, versatility, and ability to pair with almost anything. Nutritionally, they bring value too, with potassium, vitamin C, and complex carbohydrates that, when prepared properly, can support energy and muscle function. But not all potato dishes are created equal. One of the primary concerns with potatoes is their high glycemic index. This means they can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, which can be risky for seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance. The risk rises sharply when potatoes are fried or processed, as these methods often introduce unhealthy fats, added salt, and other compounds. Hidden chemical risks. When potatoes are fried or cooked at very high temperatures, they form a substance called acrylamide, a chemical linked to potential cancer risk in long-term studies. These cooking methods may also increase the likelihood of cardiovascular issues, especially concerning for older adults already managing heart conditions. A smarter way to enjoy potatoes. The good news? Baking or boiling potatoes keeps their nutritional goodness intact while reducing harmful compounds. These gentler cooking methods support stable blood sugar levels and digestive comfort, two things especially important as we age. Right portions, better results. Potatoes don't have to be off the menu. Seniors can benefit from smaller portions, especially when paired with non-starchy vegetables or lean proteins like fish, chicken, or legumes. This combination helps slow digestion and moderate blood sugar responses after meals. What seniors are saying. Many older adults report feeling more energetic and less bloated when they switch from fried potato dishes to boiled or baked versions. Traditional cuisines that use potatoes in this way, often with balanced, hearty ingredients, highlight how age-old practices often line up with today's best nutritional advice. Comment, Potato Power, if this comfort food is still a regular guest at your dinner table, share your healthiest twist on it. Peas, small, mighty, and not without their complications. Tiny packages with big nutritional payoffs. Peas may be small, but they're rich in vitamins, plant protein, and fiber. They're easy to prepare and fit seamlessly into many meals, from side dishes to soups and casseroles. For those following a plant-based or heart-healthy diet, peas offer a satisfying, nutrient-dense option that's gentle on the budget. The gout connection, watch the purines. However, peas are also a moderate source of purines, compounds that break down into uric acid in the body. For seniors with a history of gout or joint pain, high levels of uric acid can trigger painful flare-ups, especially in the feet and ankles. This doesn't mean peas must be eliminated, but portion size matters. Limiting servings and watching for personal sensitivity can help minimize risks while still enjoying the health benefits. Peas, tiny powerhouses with dual considerations. Purines and gout sensitivity. For many seniors, especially those who are prone to gout, the purines in peas can be a concern. When purines break down in the body, they form uric acid, which in high levels can lead to painful joint flare-ups. That's why portion control is so important. Eating peas in small, thoughtful amounts, and balancing them with low-purine vegetables like cucumbers or leafy greens can help reduce the risk of discomfort. watching carbohydrates for blood sugar balance. While peas are nutritious, they also contain more carbohydrates than many non-starchy vegetables. This means they can potentially raise blood sugar levels, especially for seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance. The solution? Don't avoid them altogether, just be mindful. Combining peas with high-fiber and protein-rich foods, such as lentils, eggs, or leafy greens, can slow down sugar absorption and help keep your levels more stable. Smart strategies for enjoyment. Keep portions small and measured. Enjoy peas occasionally, not daily. Pair with low-carb, high-fiber vegetables and healthy proteins. This approach allows you to benefit from peas-rich nutrition without overwhelming your system. Many seniors who follow this advice report fewer issues and continued enjoyment of this classic side dish. Comment, Pea Perfection, do these little green gems brighten your meals? Let us know your favorite way to serve them. Conclusion, embracing the complexities of nutrition in our golden years. What might surprise many people isn't that some vegetables carry risks for older adults, it's that we've spent so long believing all vegetables are good for everyone, all the time. For decades, the message was simple: eat more vegetables. And while that advice still holds value, it doesn't reflect the full picture for aging bodies. As we grow older, our nutritional needs become more individualized. Our digestive systems slow, our immune systems change, and medications or chronic conditions can shift how our bodies absorb nutrients or respond to certain compounds. That's why it's so important to move beyond blanket advice and start focusing on what works for your body right now. This doesn't mean you need to avoid vegetables. Far from it. It simply means being mindful, cooking certain greens instead of eating them raw, watching portion sizes, and pairing vegetables with the right foods to help your body make the most of what you eat. We hope this video has opened your eyes to a more thoughtful way of approaching nutrition in your later years. If you or someone you care about has experienced changes in how your body reacts to certain vegetables, we'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your story. If you found this video helpful, just type yes in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more helpful content like this. You can also explore our hand-picked videos designed specifically to support your health and well-being as you age. Thank you for watching, and here's to making informed, healthful choices together. Enjoy the video, and welcome to our community.